Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, August 5th, 2024. It's now 1:30 in the afternoon, and just want to go real quickly and show you what Tropical Storm Debby has done, or what it's doing on the radar and satellite, and what the computer models are showing where it may go next. It's really up in the air where it's actually going to track. The general thinking is it's going to hang out in the basic Georgia, Southeast Georgia, South Carolina, and Northeast Florida area for the next 4 days. So you know what that means. There's going to be a lot of rain. So first off, real quick, let me share my screen and show you the Jacksonville, Florida radar here. And as you can see, there is a lot of rain. And you can see here that the circulation center of Debby is just west of Lake City, and it's moving to the very, very slowly to the east-northeast at probably about 8 to 10 miles per hour. So let me change the color here so it'll show you better. As you can see, here's the center of circulation right here, just west of Lake City. And we think it's going to track we I'm not a meteorologist. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. The computer models and other meteorologists are thinking this is going to track off in this direction right here, just to the north of Jacksonville, kind of come out like this. They think it's probably going to kind of just kind of mill around out here off the coast of Georgia. And some models take it up like this and go slowly into South Carolina and then back out to sea. And then some of them, let's follow this again. Some of them go like this and right across South Georgia like that. And eventually coming back and coming back out to sea or over our area again. So that's the general idea. And as you can see, these rain bands that are coming in off the Gulf, they don't have those reds and bright oranges in them anymore. So I think the tornado threat's probably over for us. As you can see, where I live, right here in Gainesville, where this pink dot is I just made, that's just to the south of this of the circulation center. So here in Gainesville, we should start seeing winds change around to the west and dropping into the maybe the 20 to 30 mile per hour range in the gust. It's actually calmed down here a lot. I'm looking out my window right now, and the wind's just barely blowing. So it was really strong this morning. We were getting gusts around 45 miles per hour, but that's since gone, and I don't think we're going to see winds like that for the rest of the day. Let me go into a couple of other places here. Let me go to the tropicaltidbits.com, and we want to look. Let me get rid of this. Too much, too much. Okay, this is Dr. Levi Cowan's website, and he does a very good job talking about these hurricanes. He's a professional meteorologist, and he's somebody I definitely, his website is something I always follow and use. Another good person to go to on YouTube is hurricanetrack.com, run by a man named Mark Sudduth. He's really good. So let me show you the computer models of what's going to happen with Debby here. Well, first let's look at the satellite imagery. Huh, it's still showing Hurricane Debby. Interesting. Well, anyway, so let me show you here real quick. This is the you can see the clouds are still, thunderstorms are starting to still blossom over the center circulation, which is right where I drew my pink circle. And you can see all these heavy clouds that are across South Georgia that are just dropping copious amounts of rain all across Georgia right here. Now, I mean, the rain's not coming down heavy, but it's steady and consistent, and it's not going anywhere. There's plenty of moisture that's rotating in from the Atlantic like this. It's going to keep coming in, bringing these clouds and rain. And then the Gulf, for us down here in Florida, the flow is coming right off of the Gulf. And I said in a video a few days ago, I said, this Debby, if it stays just a tropical storm or weak hurricane, this is actually good news for the Gulf. This will actually help cool the Gulf temperatures off. So in case, like 2 weeks from now, we get another big hurricane coming up here in the Gulf, it has less hot water to work with because Debby cooled it off by stirring up all the water, I mean, upwelling cooler water from farther down in the Gulf. Now, the Gulf does heat up quickly, so if a storm doesn't come up until late September, then we're in trouble again. So let me erase all this junk I put up here again real quick. So that's the satellite loop. Let's look at the computer forecast models of Debby and see what the heck's going on with what she's going to do here. You get that stuff out of the way here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the good old American GFS model, which did an excellent job forecasting Debby. As you can see, There's Debbie right there. Let me see if I can choose a color that works really good. No, green's not going to be good. Yellow will have to work. So there's the storm right there, as you can see. So let's put this into motion, shall we? Now watch where it goes. It's crawling across southeast Georgia, slowly works its way out into the Atlantic, and then boom, goes back on shore, goes up to Atlanta, and then down east along High Interstate 20 towards Columbia. But then it's the remnant low just kind of falls apart and it gets absorbed into a front. And then meanwhile, look at that. There's another storm that's supposed to form in the Gulf and head towards Houston. What fun. Okay, so let's look at let's look at a couple of other computer models too. There's Debby again. You know what? I want to look at these far out, like zoomed out ones better. So that one is the halves A. No, that's not it either. It's the parent. That's halves A parent. I don't know what exactly all that means, but it's just different deviations of the same computer model. I have to wait for this to load. Okay, this is old. Okay, this is today, August 5th. Yeah. So 977. So it initialized it this morning. Let's see what the halves A model shows. So that's pretty accurate. That one says it's going to hang out a little bit over southeast Georgia, go out over the Atlantic, kind of mill around over the Savannah, Georgia area and Beaufort, South Carolina area. And that one does eventually lift out, but it sits over Georgia and South Carolina for about 3 days. So that's not good. That's going to bring a lot of rain. Now, one more model I want to look at is the halves B parent. We looked at the halves A parent. This is the halves B. So we're looking at okay, that's initialized this morning. That's pretty much accurate. So let me put that into motion here. Watch this. Got the same idea as the halves A. Kind of hangs out over South Georgia, goes up towards the Savannah and Brunswick, goes off the coast a little bit, just kind of sits around and goes in circles, stays really weak, but brings in a bunch of rain into Georgia and South Carolina. And by the way, I wanted to show one of these other forecast models again because actually, I think it's the GFS that I want. I want to show you the GFS real quick because it shows something I haven't pointed out yet. There's going to be an extensive period of southeasterly winds coming into the coast of South Carolina, as you can see. So flooding could be a real problem in places like Beaufort, Savannah, and further up the coast, maybe even in places like Myrtle Beach, there could be higher tides, but especially Charleston and Beaufort, probably going to be some really high tides starting Wednesday and Thursday as that southeast flow from the low pressure of Debby continues to push winds onshore. I need to cut this video short, but I'll follow up with you guys again later on once we have once we have once I've been able to figure out something's going to be different. And I will be in touch when we find out more information, probably later on tonight, if the models give us a better idea of where the storm's going. Talk to you guys later.